Yeah, I'm ready.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning from WSWT Internet Radio. Good morning.
Good morning to all.
Got Ralph in the building.
Yes, once again for the second consecutive Friday, I am here, and I'm here with my friend Sadie Star. It's a blessing to be here, even though it's raining outside, but it's all good.
I know, right? We're about to go live. I'm just gonna cut through that.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? This your girl, Sadie Star.
Yes, and this is your boy Ralph, and this is WSWT Internet Radio.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. And thank you guys for Facebook tuning in as well. Thank you guys for all the love. What's up, Larry? How you doing? Good morning. Such a blessing to see and hear from everybody. Don't forget to take that link, y'all, and share the link to the radio station. Share the link to y'all family and friends. Also, y'all frenemies, whoever it may be. Don't forget to share that link, y'all. And let them know that WSWT Internet, we are live, and we're about to go crazy, y'all, with the latest updates on a lot of different things to talk about. So, share the information.
Yes, and crazy is an understatement on what we just found out. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, y'all. Also, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I just heard the oh my God, that was such devastating news that we just heard about Kevin Samuels. A lot of people didn't agree with a lot of things that he was saying, but me myself personally, I didn't agree with everything, but some things I did agree with. So, but I just really, my heart really goes out to Samuel. How you doing, Larry? How you doing? My heart really goes out to him, and I just feel bad. It's like, it's so crazy because you see on social media, everybody like celebrating the fact that he's dead. Like, who celebrates people death like when they die?
I mean, that's crazy because like they're glad that, you know, it just seemed like they're glad that he is gone now. And I mean, and the thing about it is, it's never a good feeling. I mean, I know we all gotta leave here one day, but it's never a good feeling when you lose someone.
That's so true. But the thing is people, I know a lot of things he said about black women, a lot of people didn't agree with. I don't agree with a lot of things that he said about can you cut the light on for me? About black women. But the thing is, that was his opinion. He felt like he wanted to say that was his opinion. So we shouldn't get mad about people's opinions about how they feel about certain things. But one thing I would not do is be happy that somebody died. That's one thing I would not do. And I think it's such a shame and sad that people was actually celebrating the fact that this man passed away. Like a lot of women on social media, like, well, he said this and he said that. But that was his opinion about how he felt. And that's one thing I don't get into. I don't be like, well, I'm glad he died. I don't do stuff like that because he's still a person at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're right. And you have to think about his family that's grieving, especially his mom, because I mean, according to NBCNews.com, she was the one that confirmed it. I know other friends that confirmed it, but when I saw, because I know usually a lot of people look for stuff like that on TMZ, but for some reason I ain't see it on that website. But when I saw it on NBC News, I was like, yeah, that's good enough for me. So it's unfortunate.
It's most definitely, because at first I thought it was a joke too this morning. I was like, that can't be real. That cannot be real. But like I said before, rest in peace to him and to his family. I'm most definitely praying for him and his family. It's such a devastating, it's devastating to hear such bad news like that when it comes to people. I'm not going to celebrate the fact that, he's dead, that he passed away. I'm not going to do that. That's not my style. I don't do things like that. But like I said, I agree with some of the things he said, but some things I did not agree with. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, he said this. Listen, my thing is, if you didn't like what he said, why listen? Why be in tune to something that you don't agree with?
And you know what? What you just said doesn't only go to what you're talking about with Kevin Samuels. It actually goes on with what goes on with social media altogether. Whether it's in the group, whether even it's on a live. It's like people can't agree to disagree, and then they'll be like, if you disagree with this, you get blocked. I'm like, really? couple. I'm like, is it that serious?
It's like everybody is in their feelings. Because certain things that I said, I remember last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago. You remember I think, let me get my math right. I believe it was 2 years ago when a young girl got killed. The police shot her. And I was saying that, I felt bad for the girl, and I was like, I just had my say-so and my opinion about the situation. And so when I tell y'all, so many people came under my name, and they was trying to destroy me. When I tell y'all, and then the crazy part about it, Facebook ended up blocking me, so I couldn't say nothing.
I'm guessing, was this during a time where a girl got shot by police in Ohio, where it was a fight?
Yeah.
That was last year.
Yeah,
that was last year.
Okay.
I think it was around summertime of last year.
Okay. Hey, what's up to all my Facebook family? Hey, Vito, what's up, cuz? What's up? Hey, y'all, don't forget to share the video. Also, share the link as well, y'all. Send the link to y'all friends and families and all that good stuff, y'all. But, yeah, so people was upset about that. I didn't understand, like, how could you get upset when somebody giving you an opinion about anything? Like, people would tear you down. And then the crazy part about it, if a person report it to Facebook can shut your comments down and let the people that's saying all type of crazy stuff to you, let them keep on repeatedly saying whatever they want to say. I don't get that.
I don't get that either. And the thing about it is, everyone has their opinion. We're not going to agree with everything.
Right.
That's impossible. And what kind of world would it be if we all agreed on every single thing? As I think DW, the church girl, thank you for sharing the video, and Seneca and Gina, thank y'all for tuning in as well. And
thank y'all.
And it's crazy because I'm an avid sports fan. And anyone that posts about certain teams, I'm going to have my opinion on it. That doesn't mean that it's any disrespect whatsoever. I'm just going to speak my opinion on something that I have a lot of knowledge about.
And you should be able to, give your opinion about whether it's sports, crime, whatever it may be, you should be able to give your opinion. But my heart goes out to Kevin Samuel and his family. Rest in peace to the brother. He still was a human being that gave his opinion. And a lot of people were saying that, a lot of women that's coming against him or his comments, they said they got daddy issues. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
They better be careful what they ask for.
They said the people that's mad at him, they the one deal with the daddy issues. But that's what they were saying on social media. But like I said, a lot of things I didn't agree with him about, but a lot of things I did agree with him because he was more for. He was blunt with his words, and he say how he feel, and he don't care how nobody felt about it.
Right.
And we all, like I said, we all just agreeing to disagree. Like I said before, my heart and my prayers goes out to his family. I pray that his mom would find peace in what she's going through right now, because that was still her son.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because at the end of the day, no matter if you like a person or not, it could be your worst enemy. At the end of the day, whether you like this person or not, they still got family that are grieving. So if you ain't got to show your light for the person that just passed away, but at least have some respect for the family members.
Right. But they said, a lot of black women have daddy issues, and that's one of his things that he had on his show, was a lot of females a lot of black women have daddy issues. They deal with a lot of crazy things, and we don't want to. One of the things that he said was real popular, is that he said that the black woman messed up the black community because we raise our sons and we turn them into being. What word can I use for it? Because I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's like these days people get offended about every doggone thing. It don't make no sense. But he was just saying that the black woman messed up the black community. And I had a show about that. I was asking people, do they agree with the fact that the black woman messed up the black community?
I definitely disagree with that.
You disagree with that?
I disagree with it.
No, but some of the stuff that he was saying was true, but some things I did not agree with what he was saying. He was saying as far as like, we raise our boys, and we give them a comfortable leeway. We don't push them out there into the world as far as being men and stuff. And he said we messed up the fact where we trying to be the man of the house. We're trying to be the woman, and we're trying to be the man as well. He was saying that's one of the things that messed up the black community as well, because we basically we went a little bit too far with raising our kids.
Well, I got something to say about that.
Wait, let me just get this comment right quick. Okay, Lynn from Facebook. What's up, Mr. Roland? Okay, Lynn from Facebook said, God bless you. I was talking about, I was talking about Darian Brooks on the, on the Grizzlies.
Dylan Brooks. He meant Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks of the Grizzlies.
I think that was a harsh punishment for him and for his people. And for the people to get upset about it. I don't know nothing about that. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you. Well, to respond to that, I actually saw the play. It was in Game 2 of the Western Conference Semifinals between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. Gary Payton II was going up for a layup, and Dylan Brooks tried to block his layup, but he ended up fouling him, and it ended up resulting to Gary Payton II landing hard, fracturing his elbow. So that was they called it. They called that a flagrant 2 foul, which is an automatic ejection.
Okay.
So
he said, "Hey Ralph," he said, "Told me to tell you had to." Okay, but let's get back to the Kevin. Now I got another story for y'all. Now I was just somebody sent me an email about this lady. I don't know if y'all know about her, but I need y'all to most definitely research this. Her name is Tracy McCarter. Now it says she's a mother. She's a black woman. She's a mother. She's a grandmother, and plus she's a trained nurse from New York who was facing criminal charges for the death of her husband. Now they saying in the summer of 2019, Tracy was separated from her husband, which by the name of James Murray, who was a white guy. Now this is where the story gets very interesting.
Okay.
He was a white guy. Now it says after he struck her, he kicked her, and also he choked her. Now it says during this separation, his drinking got worse. And his violence towards her got worse as well. So on March 2020, which when the pandemic was coming around, the husband, James Murray, was drunk, and he assaulted Tracy, which is the reason for his death. Now, I hear a lot of stories about this, but and we're gonna be real and we're gonna be honest about this. When it comes to white and black, it's a big separation. Now Tracy was a black mother. Plus she was a nurse. Then you got James, that was a white guy. Now once you put the word white behind his name, ain't nothing else to say. Tracy McCarter is going to jail, regardless of what he did to her and how things went. We're just gonna keep it real because a lot of people don't talk about what's real and what's not real. They look at the fact that, okay, she was a black woman and she should never killed him. But they say he was beating on her. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel that she should have took it that far? Or do you think she should have did something else? Because we're going to be honest about this. We're going to keep it real. Because when it comes to situations like this, I don't care if you is black. Now, if it was a black on black crime, it still would be something that's bad. But when you put white behind that, she have no chance of getting out. So they are fighting for her life. You got advocates out there that's fighting for her to get out of jail. Now she's in jail, but tell me, how do you feel about that?
This almost kind of reminded me of the Centoya Brown situation.
Exactly. I was gonna say that.
Great minds think alike. As I think Fox Montana, one of the hottest rappers in Chicago, for tuning in. Appreciate you much. And Ed, thank you for tuning in as well. And my thing is, you can only take so much. You can only take so much. Now, I don't know if she notified authorities or not. I don't know. But if she did and they failed to do something about it, that wouldn't be a surprise to me, unfortunately. But if she notified authorities and then said, they're not doing anything, she decided to take matters into her own hands. Now, do I blame her for it? Absolutely not. But unfortunately, you already know how that goes when it's a black woman
versus somebody that's white.
Right.
But they're saying that the evidence of Tracy, they have evidence of her calling the police, and she provided medical assistance. I guess he was really hurting her, so she had to call the ambulance to come out to assist with her injuries or whatever. So they said she was wrongly arrested for this murder. They said the 44-year-old nurse was jailed in Rikers Island for 7 months without any option to release during the height of COVID-19 pandemic. It says newly elected mayor, which is by the name of, no, it's the DA. The DA Alvin Braggs, a former civic rights attorney, campaigned on the needs to balance the public safety and fairness. So basically, she's in jail for the murder of her husband. They do have evidence in showing that what he did to her, but regardless of the evidence, they still not trying to let that stand in court because they feel like she did the crime, so she should do time. So more likely, I really believe that she's not really getting out. And and I just look at it and I think about how all the black people that's in prison for just doing things, and some people did stuff. We're gonna keep it real now. Some people in jail because they did commit crimes, but you got some people that's in jail that haven't committed not one crime and they got falsely accused for it.
You're right, and then in front of you mentioned that because you're right. There are so many people, especially blacks, that were wrongfully arrested for something that they didn't do. And the thing about it is, I actually know someone, well, he's out, thankfully, but after all the evidence, he was released. And my thing is, yeah, I understand you gotta, if you do the crime, you gotta do the time, but her husband clearly did the crime, but unfortunately, he ain't doing the time now because he gone.
But it just showed me how, what was that young lady name again?
Centoya Brown.
Centoya, how she was in jail for all that time for a person that kidnapped her.
Yeah.
And when she murdered him, she was in jail for all that time. It's just so sad to me how the system works. But, that's why I be telling a lot of young black boys, especially the black boys, it's hard, it's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard getting out. Because once you commit a crime, it's basically you fighting against the government. It's gonna be hard for you to get up out of that position.
Yeah, most definitely.
So let me answer some of the comments. So Ovita Ivy said, I guess she's talking about Samuel, Kevin Samuel. She said his delivery was very disrespectful. We as black women have been abused enough, and it's okay to give a black woman advice and let me click this and truth. Just give it in love. I think it's wrong to be happy. This man passed. No one is perfect. He was a father, a son, an uncle, and a human being. That's so true. And I agree with you. That's so true as far as we all here to agree to disagree, but like I said, some people listened to him, some people didn't. But I wasn't a big fan of his. Right. I listened to some of his topics. I wasn't either. But I mean, yeah, he was very disrespectful to a lot of black women. And I don't know, maybe a black woman heard him back in the day. I don't know.
I don't know either, but like I said, at the end of the day, he was still a human being, and his family members are the ones that are grieving the most.
Yeah. So. I think his delivery was kind of bad though.
Yeah.
Especially, you know what the crazy part about it? Just two days ago, he said if you 35, you like what he said?
35 and unmarried.
He's like a leftover, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and that meme was going around on social media. So, and that was just 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
And as a matter of fact, he went live 2 days. I don't know if he talked about that, but he actually, from what I was told, he went live on Instagram a couple days ago.
Wow. And that's so crazy how you can be right there. He was in a breakthrough of his career, and his life is just gone just like that.
Yeah.
Wow, it's crazy how life is. How your life can be here one day and you can be gone the next. Wow.
Right.
That is so scary to me. So Lynn said, you can read what Lynn says about basketball.
He said, I saw the game 2. He's going to be out game 3 tomorrow because of it. He got suspended for a game, which he actually did. And the thing about it was, now, had he not suffered a serious injury like that, then there's a possibility he wouldn't have been suspended. And the reason why I say that is because earlier in the season, Grayson Allen of Milwaukee Bucks committed.
Oh my God! You go with this
no.
Only
reason why I said that was because he too committed a flagrant 2 foul on Alex Caruso of the Bulls, and it resulted to him breaking his wrist, and he too got suspended for a game.
Y'all don't know about basketball, but hey.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Him and Roland, they into that basketball stuff.
That's why I'm here, but we're going to save that for another day.
So I'm going to Tiffany. Tiffany says she needs to get a better lawyer. I agree with that because, but even if you got good lawyers, it's still kind of hard fighting against when you kill somebody white. It's just like when you born into this world, when you put white on that birth certificate, you're automatically born with good credit. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I was always told.
I don't know. There's a lot of truth to that. And then on top, then when you said no matter how good, then you have to go. Then the lawyer has to go against the jury, try to convince the jury.
Right.
Especially if it's a jury trial. And then if it's a bench trial where the judge decides that lawyer gotta fight ahead of him or something. Either way,
we gotta do better. Period. Even in our community. What's up, cousin James Faulkner? How you doing? That's what's up. What's up, Crystal Smothers BFF? Now she said, did she ever report any domestic violence, or did she just kill him because she was tired? No, she actually from what I was reading, she actually reported this. Plus, she had injuries as well, which where the ambulance had to come to her house and because of her injury. So yeah, it was all reported, but I guess they're not trying to ride with that. So
yeah, that's sad.
Yeah. Hey James, I love it. Yeah. What's up, baby? What's up? Love you too, honey. And she said, yeah, that's true. People do snap and can't only take so much. That's true. That's true.
Yes.
I see so many different stories where women go through so many different things, and a lot of times you do snap out, not mainly, but sometimes people do just straight snap. And that's one thing I would never ever want to get in that type of situation where I just snap. You know what I'm saying? So we have to all pray for each other.
Yeah, I know, right?
And get that woosah together. We have to all pray for each other because it's evil out here. It's evil everywhere you go. It's like just like with a person, you can just see the evilness in their face. That's why it's just good just to pray out. Just keep prayer first because there's so much going on out here. Like I said before, it's so easy getting in trouble. It's hard getting out.
Very hard getting out.
Okay, let's go to some more comments. Lynn says, Lynn say, please no more basketball. No, just playing. Lynn says, there is a God Almighty. He can work things out for her. Yeah. Well, that's we praying that God works some stuff out for her. So I never heard of him. You never heard of Kevin Samuels? Where you been? That's your best friend. Where you been?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Where have you been? Yes. Me neither. She said, I'm like, who is he? What? Y'all been asleep on Kevin Samuels? Wow. Are you serious? A lot of people haven't heard of Kevin Samuels.
You'll be surprised.
Wow. Yes.
And today is no exception.
Yeah, Kevin Samuels. If y'all look him up, you will see him on Instagram. Also, he have a YouTube page as well. If you
He's
go
on
look
TikTok
him up,
too.
On TikTok as well. So go and look him up. He's saying a lot of crazy stuff that I don't agree with, but certain things I do agree with. But he was one of the ones that said the black woman, we messed up the black community. And I'm gonna be real. On certain stuff, I think it was kind of true because when it comes to our sons, we are a little clingy to them. And there's nothing wrong with that in a way, but at some point in life, how can I put it? We have to kind of let them go and live their life at some point. And I think that what we mess up is when we try to carry the role of being a mother and being a father to our kids. And we shouldn't do that. We should at least separate the two and just be the mother because I don't know, for me, I can't teach my son how to be a man. Right. I can show him the love of of me being his mother and training him how to be productive, you know what I'm saying? But I can't teach him how to be a man.
Right.
So with that part, I do agree with him on, but when it comes down to, disrespecting black women, I just don't agree with that. He said a lot of things that like I said before, I did not agree with, and I was not a fan of his, but some of the stuff that he did say was logical.
Yeah, I definitely agree, with you on that one. And the thing about it, and I say, like, when it comes down to a woman being the woman and a man. Now, unfortunately, in some cases, if she doesn't have a choice but to play both parental roles because the father of her child is deceased.
I think that's kind of hard playing both roles. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
I just feel like it's hard to do that.
Like, and the reason why I say that is because I know someone who, matter of fact, come to think of it, she's a former church member. Her son's father's birthday is today, but unfortunately he was killed a few years ago. And for her to raise her son without him, I'm pretty sure. I mean, she's doing a very good job at it.
And raising him.
But at the same time, there will forever be a hole in the heart because the other piece of her puzzle, when it comes down to her son, is no longer here. So,
I mean, I was a victim of that. I was married. My husband, he passed away.
mm-hmm.
And I had to raise, the kids by myself. I didn't, they didn't have that father figure in their life at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it was hard for me as well. But it's like, and, it's like I tried to do everything I can for them. Everything
mm-hmm.
I can, I just wanted to make sure they was happy,
mm-hmm.
make sure, I took care of them right. They had clothes, shoes, lived in a clean, comfortable home.
Mm-hmm.
I tried everything I could, to make sure everything was happy and peaceful. But all that, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Out of all the things, how can I say this? Out of all the things that I've done to try to make things even in my home and make things right, my kids still looked at me as the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think, I don't know, they still kind of looked at me like, well, you were too strict, And it wasn't the fact I was being too strict. I was just trying to protect them because
mm-hmm.
out there in the world it's cold.
Right.
So I'm like, well, maybe I just overprotected them, Maybe I just did a little bit too much.
I mean, the thing about it is you can only be the parent that you could be, as I thank Ed White for tuning in. Sorry for the late shout out. But the thing about it is that at the end of the day, a mother's love is very essential. Now, my mom, and I had my dad in my life, don't get me wrong. And my mom couldn't teach me how to be a man, but she did show me the qualities of how a woman is supposed to be treated. I mean, a lot of things that she showed me is stuck into my mind today, from walking on the outside of the sidewalk or...
Now, a lot of people don't do that. They don't train their boys to do that. Some people forget. They forget that you're supposed to walk on the other side. They don't do. Nowadays girls act like boys sometimes.
And I instill that in my daughter. That's why I'm always on the outside. If I feel like, okay, I'm on the inside, well, I immediately switch no matter where we are.
And what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
About you being the father and the protector. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to Ovita. She says, I feel sorry for the nurse. Hopefully, an influencer of a black party steps in on her behalf, because we are disposable to this American society. Nothing in this country is set up to protect the black community. Oh my God, protect the black people as well. You hit something right there.
Yes,
that's so true.
Yes, she did.
Because there is nothing that's protecting us. Nothing, no laws, no nothing. And it's sad to me that you see so many other people, as far as with the Asian community.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot that was going on back in 2020 when the pandemic happened, mm-hmm. and a lot of Asians was getting jumped on, and they made a law to protect them. But things been happening with the black community for so many years, mm-hmm. and nothing, no laws to protect us, nothing. People can say what they want to say, do us how they want to do us, and it goes on. They have in Georgia, mm-hmm. they have a restaurant in Georgia that says no blacks allowed. They have all type of flags up. They have all type of signs. And when you go up in there, they have everything that's really degrading the black community. And mm-hmm. it's like, this is a straight up restaurant where you can go in, you can eat there. So I get it. It's so much that's going on where it's nothing that's protecting us. No laws, no nothing. Everything's, we just out there.
I definitely agree with you on that one. And, you know, and it's so crazy because you would think that with everything that has happened that there would be a change. But unfortunately, it's very little change, if you ask me.
No, there is no changes. And did y'all know, even right now, that's what I'm saying, y'all, do y'all research. Even right now, as we speak, they're trying to make a law. So where now we know about the abortion law. Mm-hmm. They're going to try to stop the, you know, women from getting abortions. We know about that law. But now they have, how many, I think it was 27 laws. I'm sorry, 37 laws that's out right now that they're trying to pass. And I don't know all the 37 laws, but I know that one law with the Roe v. Wade, that law. But they have another law to where, now y'all not going to believe this, and that's why we need to do our research. A lot of black women are, not just black women, but women period, they trying to take away our rights for everything. The government is about to pass a law where you cannot go into your bank account. You have to get a certain amount of money out of it. If you're a woman, you have to get a certain amount of money out of your bank account. Yes. They're stopping you from you know, like if you want to go shopping, let's say you want to go on a shopping spree for you and your daughter or your kids, period. They're already limiting you to a certain amount of money to withdraw from out of your account. They're trying to make this law into effect, like as we speak, like right now. A lot of laws they are putting in, and we're not in tune with a lot of things because our minds are somewhere else. I'm telling y'all need to get in tune to these laws that they are bringing out. They're bringing out a lot of laws that's facing towards women. They're trying to stop us from doing a lot of things. So, and you know, even with the Kevin Samuel, I think that this whole thing has went out of proportion because now you hear a lot of men, even basketball players, getting up saying, well, the woman needs to stay in her place. What is our place? We're human just like you're human. They say the woman needs to stay in their place. And I think now it's hitting the government now because now they're making rules on whether we should how we should spend our money. So y'all need to be in tune with that. Y'all need to be in tune with what's going on because so much is going on with these different laws. They're trying to stop you from having kids. I mean, not from having kids. They're trying to stop you if you want to get an abortion. Like if it was a person that got molested or anything, whatever it was, the R word. I don't like saying that word, but the R word. Whatever happens, they're trying to make it to where you can't abort that child. Now, and I'm gonna be real. I had sent a link out to, it was a group chat. I wasn't trying to send it to this group chat, but I accidentally sent it to a group chat that I was in. And this certain person got on there and just started snapping like, well, they shouldn't make that a law. I mean, it was like, well, it should be a law because if that was to happen, you should give other people an opportunity if they want to adopt a child. You know, but it's like at the same time, a woman's body is a woman's body. We should be able to make that decision on our own.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And as I thank Mona for tuning in. Happy heavenly birthday to your son's father once again. And Ken, thank you for tuning in. Now, what I want to add is that when it comes down to abortions, now, they must have forgotten about that in some cases, some women can unexpectedly have two pregnancies. Meaning, if
it's a life-threatening situation, right, I think they will abort it. But
they don't have a choice.
But not just that, they're trying to make it also to where if you have to get permission also from your husband or your significant other. So let's say if you had a child and you don't want to keep the child, so now you have to get permission. And if you don't get permission, they were saying something about, and I forgot what law that was, but they were saying something about the woman can go to jail if they overstepped the boundaries of the husband. So it's a lot of laws out there, y'all, that y'all really need to be in tune with. I'm telling y'all.
And those laws, I definitely disagree with it. But sadly, in some cases, it has happened to where a woman got pregnant, never told the guy she got pregnant by, and still had the baby. Now, that has happened on a few occasions.
Multiple occasions.
Yeah. I was just being nice when I said food.
Also, I remember hearing stories on, like, back in, like, the 1800s up into the 1900s, how with the abortion rate, you know, how a lot of women, a lot of black women as well was using hangers to insert in them to abort the child. So let's not take it back there.
Right.
You know, we don't want to take it back to that point where people start hurting themselves. And you know what I'm saying? So I think they should just leave that law alone and just let women decide on what they want to do with their own body. That's how I feel.
I agree with you on that one.
Okay, Tiffany. What's up, Tiffany from IMS? Yes. She says she can probably sue the state that she's in for helping him. I mean, for helping her, for not helping her. I don't know about that.
She can probably sue the state.
But Tiffany, she be having like a lot of input on like a lot of things when it comes to that.
It's gonna be a dog fight if she does that.
You think so?
I believe so. Yeah, especially with her being a black woman. Oh yeah, she's gonna be in for a dog fight. Yeah, most definitely. I remember hearing about a lady, and I've been trying to, look her up on Facebook. She was my friend on Facebook, and she was crying out for the community of Facebook to help her out. She had 2 twin daughters. She was a black lady. She had 2 twin daughters, and also the guy who she was with at the time, she had kids by him, which was a white man. He was not from America. He was from Russia. She had 2 kids, 2 twin kids by him. And the story was so sad that it just always brings tears to my eyes. And I've been looking for this lady on social media, but I can't find her nowhere. So basically, to bring it all down, somehow when she was pregnant with the kids, he ended up leaving her. So he was not around her the whole time that she was pregnant. And once she had the kids, I think he saw the kids like maybe 3 times in their life. So he ended up moving to the South. And I think she stayed in Atlanta, and I think he stayed like in Memphis. It was something like that. Okay. So he wanted to see the kids. He wanted to take the kids from her because now he's telling the system that she's an unfit parent. So he put that in the judge's head that she was an unfit parent. Do you know that he ended up getting permission to take her kids? As a matter of fact, the police came to her house while she was doing a Facebook Live. It was a Christmas day. They were, her and her family was doing a Facebook Live. And the police actually broke in her house and took her kids. Because a man that was not in his kids' life, period, they went and took her kids. And now from the last I heard, she have not spoken to her kids at all. And I think that one daughter was trying to get in contact with her through a text message and was saying that he touched one of them. And that was the last I heard of. But she was most definitely fighting to get her kids back. And these girls was like, at the time, I believe like 10 or 11. Oh my goodness.
Yes, and they was crying. They was like, we don't even know this man. We don't know him. Why we have to go with a person that we don't know? And the crazy sad part about it, y'all, he ended up taking the kids to Russia. So I pray that, that she found her kid, end up getting in contact with them, especially when they get grown. But, it's just sad to me. How the system is. It really is, it's sad. So that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to black, we have no laws to protect us. Everybody else has laws to protect them except us. And I think it's so unfair and it's so wrong on so many levels.
And that's something that they need to realize, because at the end of the day, we out here killing each other, but we have no laws that'll protect us. And that right there, if that doesn't wake them up, nothing will. Right. That's how I feel about it.
It's a sad situation. That's why, y'all. It's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to be more in tune with a lot of things that's going on around us with these laws. They're promoting laws out here that's not going to protect us, y'all. And to me, it's like we're going into a third world country. And that's something that we don't want. We don't want to be in a third world country. And most definitely we don't want a dictator. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these laws, like where are they trying to put us at?
That's a good question.
Yeah, and this law right here, it just not affect black women, but it affects all women. Blacks, whites, Asians, all women of all types, of all skin tones. It affects every last one of us. So a lot of people need to get in tune with these laws and need to find out what's going on with them, because they're pushing these laws out and we don't even know about them. We're not doing our research. We're not looking up anything. We just feel like, oh, I could just wake up tomorrow and tomorrow's going to be sunny, when it's not going to be like that all the time. So let's be in tune with these different laws, y'all, and see what's going on.
Please do.
I'm going to hit some more questions. Okay. Tiffany says, okay, we said that one already. What's up, everybody? It says, go after the lawmaker. How can we go after the lawmaker? How? Because when you think about it, Tiffany, we already do a lot about protesting. We march all the time. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something that we need to stop doing. We need to really stop marching, because marching is not taking us nowhere. So if we stop marching and start making our voices be heard more than what it is now, because we feel like if we march, we're going to get people attention. But we're really not getting nobody attention for marching. Because it's here today and it's gone tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So Tiffany, what can we do? What else can we do as far as making these laws in effect to protect our community and to build up our streets? I wrote down, you ride through Harvey. Mm-hmm. Harvey is a big town, man. It's a big suburban area. Mm-hmm. And all you see is potholes. You see abandoned buildings. We have to start building up our communities as well. Maybe if we show that we can come in and start picking up paper off off the streets and start putting boards up on these abandoned buildings and just work together as a collective, then maybe they'll take us serious, because right now they're not. Mm-hmm. They're not taking us serious at all. Nope. Okay, let me go to some more questions. It says, your kids will see it differently when they really get into the world and see for what it is. Yes, mm-hmm. I agree with you on that. They're going to see for themselves. Mm-hmm. My oldest son, he's already starting to see it, because now he's taking on the fact that, okay, I'm out here, I got to start working, I got to start doing this on my own. So, yeah, mm-hmm. You're almost definitely going to see. Ovita says, we can't feel guilty about doing our best. We can raise our children, especially when they go to where they want to go. That's their decision. Long as you're supposed to do as a parent is on them. After that, they become the bank. That's how it's supposed to be, but nowadays, Okay, it says America's dream is for us, blacks. They just use us to build it up for them. I agree with you on that. Mm-hmm. Because even with the dancing, we can dance, and we got the voice to sing. Mm-hmm. And it's like we are building up so much in so many ways. They act like they don't need us, but in reality they need us for everything, for the music, mm-hmm. for the clothes, for our creativity, period. Yeah. Like we are the bomb.com, and I would never ever change my melanin for nothing in this world. We are the bomb.
As you should not change.
As we should not change, yes. So I'm on Facebook Live. What's up to all my listeners that's on WSWT Internet Radio? Thank you guys for tuning in. Also, don't forget to go to my website, www.wswtinternetradio.com. I'm going back to some of the comments. Okay, Crystal says, girl, bye. She sound crazy. No one wants to keep a child that's a product of our, etc. Or some ungodly, awful thing that happens to them that will remind them of the pain that they went through. Oh my God. Say that again, Crystal.
Yeah,
for the ones in the background did not hear it, they didn't hear it.
Yeah, she definitely hit on some pointers with that one.
Yes, that is so true. You know what? I'm glad you said that, because I didn't want to sound so, what word I could use for that? So aggressive mm-hmm. by saying that. I don't know if aggressively is that a word.
It is. It is a word. It aggressively is a word. It's just, yeah, it is a word though.
But what you said, Crystal, was so true, and I just feel like you want to say something, because you're looking like.
No, go ahead. Finish.
What you said is so true.
I was just reading at the next comment that she said after that.
That is so true. Who? That is so true. And it's like, it's kind of hard to say certain things, because Facebook will shut you down.
Yes.
But I totally agree with you on that. Because I know some people would think like, oh, well, you can just, take that and you can help somebody else that don't have kids or can't help a child, which is true. But the pain of just knowing that somebody that hurt me and basically took something from me that didn't belong to them, and now you giving me something that I really don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be kind of mind blowing.
It is, but but believe it or not, there are some women that will still keep the child despite that.
Yeah.
I never understood it, and I guess it probably won't. It probably ain't meant for me to understand it, but it's her decision, her body, and it's on her on what she decides to do.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, but you most definitely right, Chris. I truly appreciate what you just said, because that right there was powerful. She said people should have control of their own bodies. They be reaching for too much. Yeah, they be reaching for too much control. That's true. My thing is, why do the government want to control so much?
It's crazy. You know what? I feel that, and this is just my opinion, I feel that they are intimidated by us with our creations and everything that we do. And here's one of the reasons why I say that is simply because a lot of things created in this world were by black people. Now,
and you got the history on that one. So break that down.
Yeah, I ain't gonna break it all down.
Right.
But if y'all happen to do some research, y'all would be very surprised at who created certain things. Some things I wasn't aware of when I was in school. And I was like, man, where was this when I was in school?
They didn't put that in the books.
No, they didn't.
They hide that from us. Oh, did y'all know is another law that's coming out to where no more Black history.
I heard about that.
Now, oh my God, you see how they're trying their best to push a lot of things out, so we don't know what's really going on. But they want to push slavery in. All we see is new slave movies. They're trying to show us how it all began. I don't care about slave movies, because that's what our life did not begin there. We are the most talented, most beautiful people I have ever seen on the place of this earth. And I don't care what nobody say. Black people, brown people, we got it going on.
And here's one thing I want to say about my beautiful black queens. They're the only women that can give birth to a child of any complexion. Whether it's white, whether it's black, doesn't matter. She's the only one that can give birth to a child of any complexion. White woman can't do it. Hispanics can't do it. Japanese, they can't do it either. Only a black woman can.
Yeah, so we got to start being in tune with these laws, y'all. Because they're most definitely pushing these laws out there. And another thing, y'all, that we are not talking about is, what's her name, Brianna or Brittany? What's her name? Brittany, the girl that played basketball?
Brittany Griner.
Now she is, and I did a topic on this before, and I heard so many people came on my live and was saying, well, she should never did a crime. With CBD oil? Come on now. How could CBD oil be a crime?
You know what? And it's sad, because you would think that now with the WNBA season starting, if I'm not mistaken, I think the season starts today, that you would think that they would try to, get her out of Russia and bring her back to the United States so she can play basketball for the Phoenix Mercury and dunk on any or everybody. But where's the movement for that?
Where's the movement at?
Maya Moore, where are you? You got now the guy that she got out of prison, she actually buried him. So with her being in semi-retirement from the WNBA, she can do the same thing for Brittany Griner.
That's what I'm saying. The laws is not created for us. These laws that they have for protection, for liberty, and for speech and all that, that's not for us. They don't even want us to speak on nothing. That's not for us. All these different laws now, they have it to where that y'all even know that prisons, they get, for each prisoner, I believe they get like $30,000 for one prisoner. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry for every person that committed a crime, whether you committed it or not, if they prosecute you for it, and if you go to jail, you is worth $30,000.
That's
$30,000.
That's insane.
They are taking our babies away. They are putting them in these slave trades because the prisons are slaves, a slave trade, a cotton field. Because when you go to the South, they have them working out there in the fields. They have them picking cotton in the South.
Ooh,
yes, they do. They still pick cotton.
Wow.
And that's something that we don't touch on. That's something that we don't talk about, y'all. Y'all need to wake up. Let's start researching these laws. Let's start knowing why people is going. They're shipping our people off, and they're getting paid money for our people. They're getting paid money for our sons and for our daughters and for our brothers and our sisters. Like, they're shipping them off, and they're worth $30,000. And then when they get up in there, you know, they have to call their loved ones and send them money. When they getting paid off for the individual for being in prison. Crazy, y'all. It's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to start doing our research. Our communities are dying. Our communities are going down. And it's time for us to wake up to really know what's going on. If you don't do your research, like they said before, you put something in the book, you know, put all the information in the book, keep from a black person. But guess what? Nowadays we are starting to read more. We're starting to do our research more.
Even though on a digital basis, but yeah, we definitely starting. And the thing about it is, when it comes down to doing research, we have much easier access now than we ever did then. Because when it came down to doing, we would have to go to the library to find certain things, and we would be catching migraines trying to find something simple. But now it got to a point where you can Google pretty much everything to find out.
And you can't even really trust Google that much, because anybody can put anything on Google and you can believe it. So I can put something up there and put something and say, oh, this happened back in 1753 and it happened just like this, and people gonna run with it. So you can't really even trust Google no more. So all the information is really in the books.
True.
You know, because anybody can put anything on Google and say this is how it is, and this the way it happened. And more likely some of that stuff don't even be true.
It sure don't. It definitely don't be true. Like with certain inventions that, you know, and I'm like, wait a minute. So like a lot of people would say that, and I remember this on an episode of Family Matters years ago, where they were talking about who did the first heart transplant. Now,
that was a black man.
Right. And he was successful at his first try.
Yeah. They made a movie about him.
Now that I didn't know.
Yeah, they made a movie about him. The first black man to ever do surgery as far as heart transplant and all that. He was the first man. They did a movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but if you go on Google it, you will see it. But it's on there. Yep. So, you know, we need to do our research. Also, another thing I want to tap on is that you guys know that even in Atlanta, Georgia, I don't know if it's Atlanta, but I know it's Georgia, they have like millions of caskets sitting on the side of the road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So who are these caskets for, and why are they sitting right there? You know, it's so much going on that we don't know and we are not in tune with. There are millions of caskets that's sitting on the side of the road, of the expressway road in Georgia. Why are they right there? Who are they for?
That's a good question.
You know, it's time to wake up, y'all. Now we see it was not for the pandemic, because obviously they still right there. Because something is going on. And then they have these, these consecration camps. They are building up consecration camps right before our eyes that we blind. We have scabs over our eyes. We don't see. So it's time for us to wake up, y'all, and time for us to be in tune with what's going on around us. They are making laws against women, and I don't care what color you are. They are putting these laws in effect to where it's going to really harm us, and we have to really wake up, y'all. We have to wake up, y'all. We have to wake up and know what's going on. You know, forget the twerking. You know, ain't nothing wrong with going to the club, hanging out every now and then. But if you be in tune, you have so much knowledge to what's going on. And that's all I'm saying, y'all. It's time for us to wake up, and it's time for us to wake up now, because it's about to go down. Yeah. And I'm like, they're going to stop us. There's nothing that we can really do, you know, once they stop us. women for going into our bank accounts and only getting a certain amount of money. They want to know what the money is for and why are we getting it. Y'all do your own research. I'm telling y'all, it's out there. They are doing laws right now that's going to affect, and the law is already in effect. They tried to fight against the law with the abortion law. It's too late. That law is in effect right now. I think they ruled it out. I believe sometime this week they ruled that out. Yes, it's in effect.
Just
so
terrible.
Y'all just be careful. Y'all better, wear protection. Don't have any kids that you don't, because you're gonna be keeping it. So the sound for a change, y'all. So y'all better be in tune with what's going on around y'all, because it's going down right now as we speak.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. And I just want to say happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers, including this one right here to my right. Happy early Mother's Day. So if you have any plans, make sure you take the Lord with you. I hope y'all be celebrated in a way, that too. I hope y'all be celebrated in a way y'all deserve to be celebrated, because I tell you, it's Mother's Day is one of my favorite holidays.
Yeah.
And I just I love the mothers that do their thing.
Yeah.
You were one of them.
It's hard being a mother, y'all. I'm telling you. Ooh, the weight that we carry. And I see why a lot of women was upset with Kevin Samuels, because we carry a lot of weight on us. Oh my God, we do so much for our kids. Oh my God. And we forget about us. That's one thing we got to stop doing, is forgetting about us. So ladies, I encourage all of y'all, if you got some money in that bank account, before they start taking our money out, trying to put a hold on it, I'm telling y'all, go and get you a facial. Get beautiful for yourself. And to let it be known, a lot of us women, we don't need to get beautiful for men no more. We do it for ourselves anyway. Back in the day, we used to get cute for the guys, but nowadays we just do it for ourselves, because that's encouraging, because it let us know, out of all the things you went through over the weekday or the weekend, now it's time for you to focus on yourself. So let your skin glow, look beautiful for yourself, y'all. So go out and get y'all cake, whatever it may be. Buy your own flowers. Who cares if the man don't buy it or the child don't buy it? Buy it for yourself. Y'all deserve it.
Yes,
we all deserve it. So,
I agree.
Let's make change, y'all. Let's start making change within ourselves, because so much is going on.
Yes,
let me go to some of these comments. What's up, y'all? Okay, I'm trying to catch up with the comments on Facebook. What's up, Charlotte? Okay. So Alvita said, girl, Georgia have the highest AIDS count. Did anybody look that up in the county, in any county? She said Atlanta, Georgia have the highest AIDS rate. That is, so you think that's why the caskets was out there? I don't know. I think it's for something else, but that's true. They do have the highest AIDS rates in the country.
Yeah, that I definitely believe.
Yeah, they do. It used to be, I believe, San Francisco, but now it's Georgia.
I would have never expected San Francisco.
Yeah, back in the day, San Francisco was kind of up there.
Oh, wow.
But I most definitely know that Georgia is one of the ones that have a really, really high rate, so that's true. Then Ovita says, well, one thing we don't have to put our money in the banks. Is there other places we can put our money in? What's that? The credit union. I don't know if the government will have control over the credit union, but that's one place. The credit union is like the safest place to put your money. Safest place to hold your money is the credit union. That's one thing I do know. So I believe, and I know for a fact, I will be switching over to a credit union. So if y'all have any credit unions in y'all area, I think that's one place that we should go. Because I don't think, because they more private. Credit unions are more private.
Right.
So the bank don't have, not the bank, but the government don't have control over the credit union. So what's up, Chester? What's up, girly girl? Okay, Lynn says some of these places not going. That's true. And you know what? If they was to do that, they gonna really start some stuff. Because you got some women out here, they ain't going. They ain't going. So they can do that if they want to, but you got some women, they just not going.
Right.
And you got some men out here that will protect their woman and will back their woman up and say, no, we're not going either. Because a lot of men do believe in women being independent and having their own bag. So it's going to be crazy. Ovita says, she says, girl Kevin. Oh, she's meant to say Kevin. Girl, Kevin Samuels was not published yet. He was definitely what? But he was wait a minute. Okay, I'm kind of messed up with how you put that. She says, but he and I means no disrespect. It was just it. Wait a minute, girl. Kevin Samuels was not published yet. She was definitely, but I don't know if it right that one over. I don't get that one. Right that one over. Yeah, Chris says she heard that as well. Okay, Chester says, Rashonda says, Shonda, I call her Shonda. Shonda says, hey babe, I see you doing your thing. So proud of you. Thank you, sissy. Thank you. I called you too, so you won't answer my phone call no, but I still love you. Georgia has also a lot going on there. They do as well. Too many sneaky mofos. I'm going to say mofos on the down low instead of living their truth. That's true. That's true. Okay, Lisa says they're ruling about abortions. Oh, so it's still in effect with the abortion thing. Okay. Okay, Crystal also says, she said, yes.
We are the bomb.
Yes, we are, baby. Okay, you read that one.
He said, put that money. Oh, no.
She says, put that money where your grandma used to put it at. You know?
Lord Jesus. Ooh, she went old school with that one.
Now, that right there was definitely old school. She said, put the money where your grandmas used to put it at. You know? But, hey, I want to ask you a question. So, you said put it where our grandmas put it at, right? And I'm not going to use the word because, you know, like I said before, Facebook, you know. So, okay, so if we was to put our monies right there, right? Which is funny. Shauna, you funny. Okay, so if we was to put our monies right there, right? Our money right there. So now they're saying that the currency is changing. They said that the dollar bill is not going to be worth anything no more. So now they're trying to do more of the cryptocurrency. So what about that? That's another thing that we got to kind of put together because there's a lot with that as well. So what about that?
You know, I don't have too much knowledge about crypto. I've heard of it, but I just don't have too much knowledge about that. No.
Yeah, but so what they're trying to do now, and what I've been telling people for a long time is that they're gonna start pushing that money, the dollar money. They're gonna start the paper money. That right there's gonna be pushed aside. That's gonna be no more. It's gonna be like food stamps. You remember how food stamps was? It was here one day and now it's gone. So that's how it's gonna be. So now they're trying to put it to where they're trying to bring in the cryptocurrency to where that's gonna be our money. You know, so I feel like we just doomed down here, y'all. I feel like we should just really get in tune with God because there's just so much going on. It will make you depressed because you're like, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on. But let me read some more comments. Okay. Now, Ovita says, she said, I really don't mean no disrespect towards Samuels. She said, but if you go and hear some of the things he said on his show, you can tell Kevin Samuels wasn't for women. He was for the men, and I don't mean the men. And that says of encouraging words. Encouraging them. Okay, she said he was encouraging them. I believe he was for the men, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I believe he was too.
Okay.
What you have to say about that?
I mean, that's a lot of things I didn't agree with what he was saying either, and there were some things I did agree. But, you know, like I said, you know, he's entitled to his opinion just like we are all entitled to ours. But it's just that, you know, the thing with that, you know, there were some times that I've heard him, you know, disrespect certain women, and that was something I didn't agree with. I'm like, really? I'm like, what did she do? I mean, it was just his opinion, but I didn't agree with that at all. But, you know, at the end of the day, I will say that, you know, as a man, it is imperative that we protect our black queens, you know, by any means necessary. Because, you know, as I look at it, you know, especially with all the laws that you had mentioned that are trying to come into play, y'all need them. I mean, black women are.
I just say how you feel.
Black women, they're the women that are the most imitated, but also the least protected. And honestly,
we're not protected.
That shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, we're not protected. So many people, I look at so many cameras walking around here. When they walk up on, and it just boils my spirit. I'm telling you, it boils my blood.
It boils mine too.
So many cameras walking around here, they disrespect our black men to the utmost. I saw one lady spit on a black man in his face. So disrespectful. They don't care. And it's like, if you defend yourself, and once the police is called, that's going to be against you, even though you got assaulted.
Right.
And it's like people of especially of the white race, because they feel like they are more entitled to everything. Some of them wasn't even born here in America. Some of them just coming over here, but they still feel like they're entitled to everything. And it's like when it comes to our communities, it's like, we are pushed in the back. Even when it comes to our streets, even Paris with the streets with the potholes and stuff and the abandoned buildings everywhere. It's sad how things are, but it's so true. We are not protected. We are the least protected and the least respected.
I definitely agree with you on that one.
Okay, so Shonda says, look, Grandma. She says,
Grandma
look,
always had that.
Yeah, she sure did. Grandma always said some money, boy. Okay, Ovita says women just need to start their own banks. Yeah, that would be good. We can invest in some banks.
And you know what? It was someone here. I can't think of it right. I can't think of her name right off top. But I would have to go into my Black History archives to see who that is, because it was a woman who actually opened up her own bank years ago. She been passed away years ago. I can't think of her full name, but I know her. I think her first name was Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. But it's possible for black women to open up their own banks now.
Well, we should open up our own banks. Make it private.
Yep, and buy more properties, like Tiffany said in the comments.
Yeah, buy more properties. And did y'all know, too, that they're about to start doing these inserts with the chips, with the computer chips? They got to start doing that as well. There's a lot of things we need to be in tune with. So we already know how that goes. And as far as with the black community, we was brought up, hey, once the chips come in with the fingertips, we know that's the mark of the beast. We was all brought up on that. So we need to be in tune with that as well, y'all. Yeah. And also, let's start making book bags and putting food up in there, canned goods, and get can openers, because you never know what's about to go on, because it's too much going on out here. So just in case we have to run out the door, grab y'all bag, y'all got y'all clothes right there, and we out of here. So just be in tune with everything around y'all. It's too much going on for us not to be in tune. I just got a text message says we must contact our senators and our congressmen and find out where we stand with these new laws. Then we would know how to vote. Comes to the voting, we have to know who to vote for these days. Yeah. We putting everybody in office because they said they're Democrat. Once before, black people was what? We was Republicans back then. So let's be in tune with that as well, y'all. Let's start voting for all these Democrats, because a lot of these Democrats and Republicans, it's just not the Democrats, it's Republicans too. They're all working together. We think that they're going to make things better for us, and a lot of times they're not. So let's do our research on who we vote for. Right. How you feel about that?
I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that one, because, when it comes down to it, as I think my cousin Adrian from Memphis tuning in, and Maisha, a longtime family friend, for tuning in, I feel like, yeah, it's good that we vote, but at the same time, we have to do our research on who we voting for. Right. Now, that doesn't guarantee that the person we vote for is going to win, but at least you get an idea of who the person is. Because, like, during the presidential election, the only reason why I voted for Joe Biden was because
you don't have to tell nobody. That's who you voted for, but go ahead.
But because I felt like he was, right. I felt like he was a better candidate. Right. Now, if a certain person would have handled a certain thing a little better, then he probably would have gotten my vote. But when it come down to at the end of the day, you just vote. Just vote. The mayoral election,
just vote safe.
Yeah, that too. And the mayor, the election for mayor will be next year. So.
How do you feel about Mayor Lightfoot? Do you think that she should stay in office, or do you think she should leave? Because it seems like to me, since she's been in office, Chicago has went downhill.
It's honestly, it's border. I mean, it's half and half.
What has she done for Chicago? We got more. I think she is doing a good job as far as and I think the only reason why she's doing this, quote unquote, is because election is coming up, so I'm trying to eliminate a lot of tickets. So
yeah, and I think
I think it's phony. Lightfoot need to do better.
And I think, phony. But you know what? But still, at the end of the day, as I think my cousin Big Mike from Detroit for tuning in. Regardless who we voting for, or regardless of who gets in, the change for the city actually starts with us.
That's true.
It actually starts with us.
When you think about it, in the summertime, they disrespect her. They have no respect for her. They disrespect her on so many levels. They went in front of our house and threw a party out there when they're supposed to been on quarantine. Right, they have no respect for her. Now, let's just be real about that.
And they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have done that if Rahm Emanuel.
If there was Mayor Daley, they would never. Oh my God.
Oh no.
They would never did that.
And Mayor Daley would have had the whole mob squad.
He would have had the whole mob squad. He probably would have called in the U.S. Marshals. I'm telling y'all.
The FBI.
The FBI, everybody. It would have been shut. Chicago would have been shut down. From expressways to everywhere, you would have been trapped because you weren't going nowhere. But my thing is, why are they disrespecting Mayor Lightfoot so much? Like, is it because she's a black woman? Or a black gay woman?
I feel that could be the case. And Tiffany's comment actually just confirmed that. Actually, she said, before I'm going to read that comment, she said back in the day, there were black banks helping black people with businesses and home ownership. And it said, home ownership, scared whites burned them down. We need to rebuild for people of color and for the support of women. And she also said, Chicago has been down, which is true. She hasn't moved us forward, which is also true. Yeah. So that was pretty much, that's pretty much it with that. Because, like I said before, it seemed to me that Rahm Emanuel must have known something was about to go down for him to not seek re-election. Yes. That was a shock. I was like, man, I thought for sure he was going to seek re-election, but when he announced that he wasn't, I'm like,
he knew something was up. He was like, I'm out of here.
He was like,
he knew.
I ain't doing another 4 more years. Forget all that.
He knew something wasn't right. He got up out of there real quick.
Yes, he did.
But my thing is, I just believe that a lot of people, especially black people, we don't respect her because she's black for one thing, and then she's a woman, and then she's gay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they have no respect for her. Anytime you go and party in front of the mayor's house while you're supposed to be on quarantine, that's a problem.
That's a major problem.
That's a problem. Now, I don't think that she's gonna win. I don't think she's gonna. I think for her, for her being mayor of Chicago, I think it's over with, shut down. I don't think she's gonna win.
It depends on who the candidates are. I know Willie Wilson is one of them. I don't know who the other ones are gonna be. But
now Willie Wilson, for some reason, we would not give him a chance. This man paid for basically everybody from Chicago, the suburbs, paid for everybody gas.
Yeah.
When the gas prices was up. He the only person that I know that will go around and get pastors money. Just give them tens and thousands of dollars. Just don't care. He got money. He the only person I know that's doing that. I mean, let's give him a chance to see what he do.
Hey.
I think he's doing better than a lot of people out here because, a lot of people is not doing nothing for our communities, but he's more focused on what's going on. And to me, I think he's more in tune to what's going on in our community. So I think we should give, Mr. Wilson a chance and see where he goes with this. Because as far as Mayor Lightfoot, I think that it's done with her. I think it's shut down. I think we should give him, because even with him, he didn't care what color you were. Everybody can get a ticket and get free gas.
Yeah.
I think we should give him a chance to see how he gonna do things.
Okay. February 28th, 2023. Mark your calendars. That's when you vote for the next mayor of Chicago.
We're gonna see how that's gonna go.
So mark your calendars whenever you get a chance. As I thank Melvin for tuning in. Appreciate you.
We're gonna see how it's gonna go.
And that's all we can do.
Y'all, you want to read some more comments? Because you can see fire. I got to go all the way up here.
I know Shonda said bank investments is not a good idea. So much going on. I just say, Lord, keep watching over me. All families in the world that don't know their plan, they are tricky. Revolution will not be televised, period. And Tiffany said Willie doesn't want to be in office. I don't know.
No, he's running. He's running for mayor.
Yeah, he's running. And Ovita said they would rather put a guy. They would rather put a black woman as mayor than a strong black man. It's under a tone of disrespect towards. I'm guessing it's towards black women. I believe. Okay, okay. You do this because it's more. It's a. Yeah, I don't know. For some, okay. Yeah, you got the magic touch. I don't know. Maybe it's the Android. I don't know. But it's a lot of tone of disrespect towards black leadership. I'm not saying this because she's gay. It's just always in the agenda.
That's definitely true. Mm-hmm. That's most definitely true. It says our next mayor would be a Mexican. Oh, you know what? You hit something, Shonda. I believe that because when you think about it. Listen, I grew up on the west side of Chicago, and back in the day, it was nothing but blacks in that area where we lived. Now you starting to see more Mexicans move in our areas where we grew up at.
Yeah,
they're starting to take over. They're gradually taking over, and now they're going to be the majority because we're dying off with the crime rate. They're building. One thing I can say about Mexicans, they believe in family. They believe in building. They can live in the same house together and build. The next thing you know, they got 5 or 6 houses. They own 5 or 6 houses on the block. Why we can't get together and do that? And I believe you. Oh, my God. You hit something, Shonda. I'm telling you, yes. I believe the next mayor of Chicago is most definitely going to be a Mexican because they are taking over. They're taking over.
And then one thing I will say, when I tell you they go out, and when they go out and go to work, they go out and go to work. It could be a house with about maybe 20 of them, and yet they're bonding together, living good.
They believe in family. They believe in community. They believe in working together. They believe in building. Because now you look at even with construction, a lot of people are not going to the blacks or the whites no more. They're going to the Mexicans to build their homes and stuff and do construction work around their homes and even around our downtown area. Like you're starting to see more of them. So you are most definitely right. It's most definitely in effect.
Not just that, but also when it comes down to fixing vehicles too.
Yeah, they taking over with that too. Yep. So hey, even with the grocery stores, I'm starting to see more grocery stores popping up now. Mexican grocery stores. So that's gonna be the next mayor. She said, "Preach." It says, "Yes." Crystal said, "Yes." So true. I always say that's to my family, huh? Okay, you have to rewrite that one over, Crystal. Yeah, she said they can have 30 kids.
30 kids apiece.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah, they believe in be fruitful and multiply.
Okay, so Pastor James Camper says, Dr. Willie Wilson will be the next mayor of Chicago. He probably is, but Mr. James Camper, I really believe a Mexican is going to win. They taking over. Let's just be real about it. We're not working together as a collective. We're not.
as much as I would love to see Willie Wilson be,
I would love to see him win.
Only the third black man as mayor. There were two, of course, Harold Washington and Eugene Sawyer.
Right.
I unfortunately don't think he would be respected in the way he should.
I don't think. You know what? And you're right about that. Because for some, they're not respecting Lightfoot, and I don't think they're gonna respect him as well. Mm-hmm. I don't. Okay, Ruby says. He says Dr. Willie Wilson will be the next mayor. I pray that you do. I pray that you do. She said, I need glasses. I sure do. Leave me alone.
Oh, wow.
I'm up there squinching my eyes like, what did I say? Yes, I need glasses, most definitely. But I really wish that we really would give him a chance, because I really believe that it's not too late for us. Even though we are so many years behind, it's not too late. I feel like we can catch up and we can do this. But we have to work together. People don't want to work together no more. You know, even when we go on the trains in the city, you know, we'll see the young boys keeping up mess. We don't want to intervene because we're too afraid. You know what I'm saying? So that's a problem. So we have to really catch up, y'all. But I really believe and I really hope that one day he do become mayor. I pray that he become mayor. But the Mexicans are winning right now, hands down. They are winning. And it's sad, but they are. You want something you want to say before we
the only thing I was going to say is we can be winning too. But we just have to have that Mamba mentality to want to win. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to go to my text message. So Lisa just wrote, we are the only race that will kill off each other. We must wake up and come together and get upset we get upset with each other too fast. She said, we are the only race that will kill off our own people. We are killing our own selves. That's why our race is leaving. That's why, you know, I don't want us to be like the Tasmanians. That was the Tasmanians, right? There's no more of them. Their whole race was wiped out. Their whole race was wiped out. But I don't believe that they're gonna completely wipe us out. But they need us. They need our creativity. They need us. Like we are the life of the party. They need us. So I don't believe that we're gonna be completely wiped out like they did the Tasmanians. But I really believe that, you know, we got to stop killing each other. You know, we got to come together as a community and start loving each other again. Because if we don't, we're not going to be no more, because we killing off each other. We killing our own selves. Okay, Ovita says, but has them, what? Ovita, what? Okay, I'm going to go to Tiffany. Tiffany says, Willie is better where he is. Dang, okay. He has more freedom to do things and not buy by the rules in office.
That's true. That's true. I mean, he may be better where he is right now, and of course he has freedom to do whatever he wants to do. And I guess what Tiffany is saying is that when he gets in office, he has to do things a certain way.
Right.
Which I feel like if it's to better the city of Chicago, I say he should go for it. But who knows what can happen? I mean, he can put in a law, but it's not a guarantee that it'll pass.
Right. That's true. That's true. Because even though we are here, just like the president, you know, even though he's like the landlord over the country, but he don't make the rules. He don't make the rules come into effect. But what they say is 3 people that run the whole world. So basically, you know, I believe that they put people in office who they want to put in office. I don't believe our votes even count. I don't believe our votes even matter.
That's where the electoral votes come into play at.
Right.
Because if you really think about it, my man Pastor Hardy said she will be reelected. She has a movement behind her. And I'm guessing he's referring to the LGBTQ movement.
Yeah, she may have a movement behind her, but I'm telling y'all, still hands down, these Mexicans are still winning. If y'all don't wake up and start coming together, even with the churches, if y'all don't start going out there and start telling people, let's make change, let's start praying on these streets, run these demons out of our city, out of our communities, out of our suburban areas, things are still gonna be the same. Yeah. And and I put a lot of blame on pastors, and I'm gonna be honest and real about this, because a lot of pastors are not doing what they're supposed to do. Let's go out here to these streets and start praying for people. Let's get out here in these streets and start shutting down these liquor stores and stuff, and stop letting people hang out at the liquor stores, because liquor stores at, that's where the most crime is at. I'm not saying completely shut them down like that, because ain't nothing wrong with a little wine every now and then. What I'm saying is that when you start drinking, it take you to a whole different level. Like they said, when you read a sign on the liquor store, it said liquor and spirits, it do bring on a different spirit.
And you right, and you know what? And I would say, and you're right, because there was a time. Oh my goodness. The only thing I'm gonna say is that when a person can't control their liquor and let the liquor control them, said they don't need to be drinking.
Right.
And I had a situation like that where a friend tried it with me. Bad move.
That was a bad move.
Very bad move.
I'm saying, y'all, Ralph ain't no punk, y'all. Y'all may think Ralph ain't no punk. Ralph, he from the west side.
I had to talk. He tried out to toss him over a sofa.
Ralph, he from the west side. So. And
I was like, and then another friend was like, man, why don't you stay? I'm like, man, if I stay, it's gonna be a crime scene. So let me get on out of here. But the good news is he a few days later he did apologize, and we've been tight.
Bring the love in.
Yeah,
bring the heart in.
Yeah. So we. I mean, I haven't talked to him a while, but we cool though. We cool. I mean, it's all it's all good. Between us, hope everything is all good with him though.
Okay, what James Camper say?
He said, "Money rules the world, and Dr. Willie Wilson got plenty of it."
Yeah, he got plenty of it, but. His vote. I mean, his money didn't put him in office last election. So
unfortunately,
I mean, I'm rooting for him. I really hope that he do get in office one day, but I just don't think that he got the opportunity right now. Like Tiffany said, he's good at what he's doing. As far as on medical end. So I don't know, y'all. So I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hitting us up and getting on. But somebody was trying to get on. Let me see who this person is. Who was that, Tiffany? Okay, Tiffany, you want to get on, girl? I'm gonna put you on. I didn't even know she had hit the request. But I just think there's time for change, y'all. I think that we got to do better in our community. I think that we got to start loving each other more and stop these crimes. And like I said before, I charge a lot of pastors, because a lot of these pastors are not doing what they're supposed to do. Y'all might get offended, but I'm telling y'all just go to church. Y'all be behind the four walls. Come from behind the four walls and start going out there ministering to these people. These kids, they need mentors in their life. They don't have mentors no more. So I charge a lot of these pastors that's not out there doing what they're supposed to do. You have to go out there and start ministering to your people. I charge you. Come on, Tiffany, come on over. She said no. I'm gonna put in the request and didn't say no.
Oh wow. Well,
you declined. Okay, Tiffany, I still love you. I charge a lot of these pastors. Go out there and do what y'all need to do. Please go out there and do what y'all need to do. I'm on Vita, so I didn't know we could send a request in. Yes, you can send a request in. Yes, you can. Okay, send a request. Come on in before we go off live. Send a request in. But I charge a lot of these pastors. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They out here, they just behind the four walls. They're making church look glorified. The church is supposed to be a hospital where you go in, you get prayer, and people pray over you. And you be delivered. And the spirit of God come in and intervene for your life. But God didn't say stay behind the four walls. You have to come from behind the four walls and start speaking up. Start laying hands on people. Okay, she sent that request in. And start doing the thing. I'm come back to you because I said things. I know Pastor Campbell was gonna say something. So let me accept this right quick. Okay, she gonna come on. So we about to have a Vita. She about to come on and give us her input on things. Okay. Hey girl.
Hey girl. I just said so much stuff that went past because I was texting. I know they said she's sound illiterate, but I was speaking my text out. So I apologize for all those typos.
That's okay.
But yeah. Oh, yeah, it's been a lot of good topics everywhere. You know, I love to talk anyway, but it's been a lot of good I'm enjoying the show. It's been a lot of good topics that you brought up today. But I was it was some other stuff. I don't remember. So you talking about pastors now? Well, one thing I could talk about that too is I do believe it used to be more of an outreach thing in the church. Now it's more of a, to me, business. It's a social place. You know, I'm a church baby. I grew up in the church. Um, People are not, to me, really, and I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm just saying in general. The church I grew up in is Church of God in Christ. So I don't know about the other ones, but it used to be more of a community-based thing, and they would get out, but it's like they're so distracted. It's all about, you know, now we do know more. It's more education. It's people, you know, they getting their business and stuff, and that is great. But we are supposed to be community based too. People, you should be concerned about the person next to you, but it's so many people that's coming in and still leaving out suffering and committing suicide, and because don't nobody see them. No one is discerning them, you know, because we are so twisted up in our own thing. You know, it's not really about outreach and really discerning people that's around you. That's what I see. It's more of a business, and it's more of a who's, and you know what I'm saying, the clique. If I'm with the pastor kids and the family, I'm in there. And you know, one thing I could say, I'm gonna get off here, being in church is I haven't been to any perfect church, but that I do like about my church, I go to Pastor Alpha Church, is that that he allowed his children to I didn't know who his kids was when I first went. And that's a good sign for me, because if they sitting all in the audience with the rest of, I'm sure they get some treatment because they the kid pastor kid people like that, but it's like they regular too. You know what I'm saying? They got really nice spirits, and I don't see no entitlement. I don't. As far as they say, I'm the pastor kids, you know, I can do what I want. I've been yeah, some of them are really nasty, but they real humble. I
Yeah.
mean, in that aspect.
Yeah.
So I do love, I look at that.
Yeah.
I look at that, but yeah. Next time when you say something, I'll request. Cause
all right. So just send a request. You want to get on? Just send a request. We can talk this out.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, boo.
You.
Oh.
All right. Okay. So, who said they want to come on? Somebody said they want to come on. I just saw it.
So for those that are watching on
who I
my
want to come on, send a
live,
request.
and for those that are watching on my live, that was Ovita Ivy on Sadie's live. That was that's the extra voice that you heard, in case if you were wondering. So
Okay.
So any extra voices that you hear that you are that are watching on my live will be coming from Sadie's live.
Okay. Okay, so I just sent in a request. Okay, so Pastor James Campbell said, "Why do you look like today?" What? I don't know. Maybe because my skin is clear. I don't know.
There's a glow somewhere from you. I'm talking about you glowing.
Probably because I got this ring around the what you call it.
That could be the case.
Yeah, probably because I got a ring around my phone. So yes. Oh, Shauna, come on. You want to come on? Just hit the request. Hit the request. Okay, because he not gonna do it. Hit the request. So yeah, so it's a lot that's been going on. So if y'all want to hit the request real quick, please do so, and forever hold your peace.
Okay. Okay, so she can try requesting now if she wants.
Okay, so he said, I am doing the best I can as a pastor. But are you going out there in the are you leaving from behind the four walls and going out there and minister to your people? Are you doing that? Because we need that. We need that. So
you know what, and I definitely agree with you on that one. And you know the crazy part about it, and I believe one of the reasons why a lot of them don't is because of the activity that's going on the outside with all the shooting.
Maybe do you think the church world is getting afraid to go out there and do what they're supposed to do?
Because of that reason.
They probably is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but she said she got words for these pastors. It's a lot of good pastors out there now. Dr. Alfred, he's a great pastor. Pastor Cleo, Pastor Martin. You know, we have some really good pastors. Pastor James
I've heard
Campbell.
of him. What pastor? What
he's
church?
From
what church is he pastor
Progressive. That's in Hillside. That's Hillside, right there by the bowling alley.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, since nobody else don't want to come on, who is this? Okay, since nobody else don't want to come on, we got another pastor. Okay, no. Okay, but is that another pastor right there? Okay, Shauna said she got a lot of words for these pastors, but it's cool. Let's start with our own things, like cities and all that. Girl things. That'll be good, y'all. That'll be excellent.
Mm-hmm.
But it's coming to that time, y'all.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all coming on the show. Appreciate all the comments and all that good stuff. Don't forget, if you know anybody that's looking to be on TV or want to be a part of the platform, please email me at sadiewalker1127@gmail.com. Also, it's finally here, Stan TV, which will be premiere on Roku TV. So you guys can go and search Stan TV on Roku. I don't have anything up there yet, but I'm going to start putting commercials on there. So if you know anybody that's looking for commercials that want to be a part of WSWT Internet Radio, if you got any type of creative side about you, you can make a whole commercial, and it will be on Roku TV. So email y'all if y'all want to be a part of it. Please let me know if you want to be a part of the radio platform. You want to do commercials on radio. Let me know, guys. Email me at sadiewalker1127@gmail.com. Or you can also email me at wswtradio@gmail.com. If you know any pastors that want to be on TV, email me. Whatever y'all want to do, email me. As long as it's creative, as long as it's safe and all that good stuff, please, please, please email me. And it's about to go down, y'all, on Stan TV on Roku. So yes, I will be doing the TV thing. So it's finally here. I just don't have it up yet, but it's here. It's finally here. So yeah, you got something you want to say?
No, that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Okay, today is Friday, so I will be back Monday, same time, same place, 10:30. Yes, okay. I will be back in the building.
And I will be back next Friday in the building as well, around same time. So, but I will say once again to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Tiffany, I don't know if Shonda's a mother. Happy Mother's Day to her. Quita, I don't know if she is, but happy Mother's Day to her. To all the mothers that commented on Sadie's Live, happy Mother's Day.
Ovita, Crystal, happy Mother's Day, y'all. Love you, Crystal. Love y'all. Love you, Shonda. Love you, Tiffany. Love you, Ovita. Love you. Guys, I will see you guys Monday, same time, same place. Don't forget to share the video. And also don't forget, y'all, Roku TV, Stan TV. We are here. If y'all want to do something with the station, please let me know, because it's about to go down. We're about to show what Black magic and what Black love can really do for y'all. So please, y'all, if y'all want to do whatever it is, movies, whatever it may be, please email me, because it's about to go down, y'all. It's about to go down.
And one more thing that I wanted to announce. If y'all want audio commercials done, depending on what you got going on, if you want me to put it together, but only for the first one, I will put it together at no charge.
Let them see you.
Yes, so if you have any audio commercials that you want put together, you can email the content to Sadie at sadiewalker1127@gmail.com, and she can email it to me. And for the first commercial, and only for the first commercial, it'll be no charge. So it'll be free.
It'll be free.
It'll be free. Now, the second and third and so forth, negotiations will be at a later date. But at least for the first one, it'll be free. So if you want your audio content out, email Sadie She'll send the content to me, and I'll put it all together.
Let's do this, baby. Roku TV, y'all. Stan TV. Don't forget, y'all. It's about to go down. This some black love over here, y'all. Some black love, some black magic. Let's do this thing. Let's do it in love, y'all. I love y'all with the love of God. Let's do this, y'all. I will see y'all next week. Monday, same time, same place, 10:30 a.m. It's about to go down, y'all. Don't forget to share the video. Let's do this. Shonda, you got a lot of stuff going on. You want a commercial? Hit your girl up. I got you. I got you.
And I will see y'all. And I will see y'all next Friday.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.